everybody, and welcome to a little WW chat. If you're new here, welcome. My name is Candy and I am a vlogger, fashion lover. There's a lot of hauls on my channel, there's a lot of vlogs on my channel, and just a lot of life, love, family, gears. And today I'm doing something completely different, completely out of my comfort zone, but totally relaxed, totally chilled. I'm just here in front of the little faux fireplace. I wish it was real. I've got a big cup of tea, hot cup of tea. It is chilly this evening. I may even turn this on just to warm my feet. But I thought I would sit down and just have a chat with you guys. So many of you have asked about WW and my journey on WW. Me and my other half, Burnham, soon to be husband in like 5 weeks, less than now, decided to jump on to WW. So if you do not know, WW is Wellness Works. Used to be Weight Watchers, but they've tried to take a different direction with it to make it more about wellness and mindset as opposed to just weight and focusing on numbers, etc, etc. If you hear that rumble, it's a train. But like I said, this is just totally casual, sit down, chitty chatty video. I didn't want to make anything super formal, so I'm just literally super cozy right now. This is such a nice little backdrop as well. I want more fire in, wait. Needs. One more fireplace in. There we go, a little bit more fireplace. That makes me happy. So, WW. Gosh, when did me and Bernard even start? It was a good, oh Lord, 5 months ago now, maybe even 6. The tipping point for me personally was I visited the Lake District to go see my friend Kate, who is just Kate on YouTube, so please do go show her some love. And I visited her, and during that trip I was just really uncomfortable in my skin. Now, I'm not going to dive into everything too much in this video because this is going to be purely more WW related, but just a little bit of like background information. I have been on a journey. So I'm 33, and ever since I was little, I was a chubby kid. I was put on diets from when I was like 7. Good old rusks. But I have done many diets, many things. I have followed extremely unhealthy ways of losing weight. I have abused things to lose weight, and I have been through many highs and many lows, but I have never been more happy than I am currently. So when I started this journey, it was so different. Usually when I start these things, you know, when I get fit or want to lose a bit of weight or want to just feel better in my skin, it never was that. It was always, I just want to be thin. I want to be like everybody else. I need to be thin. And that's what it was every other time. And this time was so different. Honestly, this time was so different. So through years of self-hate, self-loathing, just wanting to be the after picture, hating the before, I had such a different mindset going into it this time. Yes, I was uncomfortable in the Lake District, but I was still incredibly happy. I still 100% love myself, and that's the difference. That's the clincher for this. It's my mindset has been really so different, and I know not everybody is going to be able to relate to that, and not everybody is going to be able to do that. Quite frankly, I couldn't do that for 3 decades of my life, so I don't expect all of you to be like, oh wow, miracle mindset, everything's going to be better, because it's not, and it does take a long time, and it is extremely hard. So I reached out on Instagram just to get a couple of questions from you guys, if there was anything you wanted to ask me. Also, it just helps kind of build conversation, because as you know, I don't do a lot of sit down chatting videos, so this is very new for me. So please bear with me. But I asked a couple of questions just so we can get some conversation going, but I just want to let you know, so I kind of started this journey about 6 months ago with Burnham. I'm pretty sure it's about 6 months ago anyway. Oh, my stomach's making noises. And Burnham was also unhappy in his skin. I could tell that he wasn't really feeling himself and wasn't super comfortable in his body. I'm his fiance. I can definitely tell when he's just not quite feeling himself. And so when I said I wanted to do something, we were straight on it together, and that's also been so wonderful, being able to boost each other, support each other, go through the highs and lows together, but knowing that no matter what, we loved each other just as we were, regardless. So we both signed up to the online Weight Watchers. Let me just get some details out of the way before we jump into the questions. So we signed up for online WW, not Weight Watchers, sorry, Wellness Works, and we pay $12.95 each a month, and that gives us the app, we can chat to the online counsellors, and we get all our information via the app basically. And this has really worked for us. Burnham, not interested in going to group meetings. Excuse me, myself personally, I used to do that, and it was nice. You do get to meet other people, and for some people that is definitely going to push you to do better or inspire you more. For me personally, in this current walk of life, it just wasn't for me, and I was happy to have Bubs there as my sidekick, Bubs there for our little weigh-ins, and that was kind of all we needed, was each other on this round. Now of course, if you are living on your own or younger and it's something you're thinking of doing where you're not going to have people on the same paths as you, or maybe you're in a relationship with somebody who doesn't want to start that kind of journey, then maybe meetings would be best, because you do have such a good support network. But one thing I will tell you is on the app, let me just get rid of the chunky phone case. On the app, it's kind of got its own version of Instagram, I guess you could call it. So let me open it up for you. So here is the WW app. So I haven't been tracking today because Saturdays are generally cheat days. So as you can see there, I've got 28 points today. Just trying to make sure there's nothing of like grave importance on my phone that I shouldn't be showing. But the app just has sort of your food, your activities, and at current weight and height, I'm on 28 points a day. Your points are totally down to your height and weight. That will vary for each person. You also get activity points where you can eat them or not eat them. I don't ever add in activity points. It's nice to track them. So on your activity page, I haven't been wearing my Fitbit, so it's going to show that I've got nothing. But you have an activity page where every day you can wear your Fitbit or use your health app on your phone to build fit points basically. And then, so the app here, as you can see, we've got recipes, get active, and then you've got like stories and restaurant foods. But this is probably like my favorite bit, is the, all right, I'll try to do that quickly so you can't really see people, but it's the community on there. So everybody kind of is there to support each other. People post before and after pictures. People post that it's their first day. You get the gist. So people are kind of posting as and when they feel like it, and talking about their journey, what they're doing, and what they want to achieve. Now, one thing I do avoid on the app, and I will strongly promote, is try not to let the mindset of because you are fat or bigger, you aren't as good a person, or you aren't good or worthy, or just it's not a good thing. That's the one thing I struggle with on the community like side of things, is you get a lot of people just hating on themselves, like, oh, look at this picture, it's so grotesque. And I've totally gone into this with the mindset of I love myself as I am. Yes, I'd like to feel a bit more comfortable in my skin. Knock-on effect of that is going to be some weight loss, because I'm not feeling confident in my clothes, and I'd rather be a couple of stone lighter and fitting into a 20 or an 18 and be in my comfy place. It's so personal to you. You could be a size 26 and be in your comfortable place, your happy place. And anybody watching this video, please be respectful of people's comfortable place. I would love to be like a size 16 to 18 for all transparency. That's sort of where I'd love to be. Walk into Primark, buy a pair of jeans, walk into any other shop, buy a pair of jeans, because jeans are usually the one they're hard to get anywhere else. So, you know, that's my own personal goal. Yes, it's a number goal, but I know that it's just something I have to aim for. Mentally, it doesn't matter if I stay a size 22 because I still love myself just as I am. This is why I don't do sit down chatting videos, because I feel like I go off on a tangent and then I'm not making any sense. Anyway, I love the app. I think it really works for us when you are just trying to follow the plan. So you've got the app, and then obviously if you go to group, you've got the group and things you can buy during group and just people you can chat to, but you do have all of that on the app, as well as a reward system. So you build up rewards and then you can get like water bottles or yoga mats and stuff like that. So currently I do have quite a bit. I've got a couple of thousand reward points, so I could probably get myself a little cap or something, but I haven't yet. But yes, so I find the app is great. So yeah, we pay $12.95 for that, and then we weigh in every Saturday morning, and we pretty much just have what we want on weekends, to be completely frank. It used to just be a Saturday, but it's more just every weekend. At the moment, it's funny, I'm sitting down to do this video when I'm probably like the least on plan I've been for a while since starting. So's Bob. He's doing a bit better than I am, but I'm like least on plan. But that's the thing, there's going to be like times when you're on it and there's going to be times when you're not on it. Winter's always going to be a bit more difficult because, I don't know, you just want to eat, be cozy and eat all the carbs. But summer might be a little bit easier, or it might be completely opposite for you. So let me grab some of those questions now. I did screenshot them because the stories obviously disappear. So if you asked a question that's not on here, I apologize. I would have missed the chance to screenshot it. So there were only 7 questions. So let's start. I'm not gonna say any names just in case people don't want me to say their names, but you'll know who you are if you watch this. So I'm just gonna start from the first one. Oh, where is it? Oh Lord. How do you stay motivated to keep on plan? I love WW, but find I easily lose willpower. So currently I'm not on plan. I haven't been on plan for about 5 weeks. In that 5 weeks, I've put on 5 pounds. I lost 2 stone, and now I've lost 1 stone 9 pound. So I've kind of really been trying to be good during the week, but kind of blowing it in the evenings. So do you know what? Sometimes I'm not motivated to be on it, and that's perfectly okay. Other times, how do I stay motivated? The app. I love the app. Tracking and seeing what I'm having and being very self-aware of what, just what I'm having, basically, to be completely frank. It's really interesting because when I do track regularly, when I do go for something a bit naughty and that is really high points, I'm like, nah, don't really need it, don't want to blow my points today. And I just find that really, really helps. And also, have someone who holds you accountable. Bubs Burnham holds me accountable. He'll be like, you sure you want to have that? Not in a way that makes me feel negative about myself or negative about my self-image. I know he's not saying it like, you sure you want to have that? He's just saying it, you sure you're going to go there? Because don't you want to have a good week this week? Come on, why don't we try, let's have a cup of tea and a rich tea biscuit instead of that chocolate bar. So he will help me stay accountable, and I think that's important, maybe to have somebody that you're sharing the journey with, or, you know, chat to somebody on the app who maybe is in the same boat as you or on the same journey. Also, chat to the counsellors on the app if you just end up doing the app one. Also, if you're going to meetings, you still have access to all of this. So just jump on, maybe post a status, ask for some support. I've done that before. Also, you could just go onto the online chat and speak to one of the counsellors. I find that's really helpful too. So there's many, many, many ways. But at the end of the day, if you want to have a chocolate bar and you're desperate for that chocolate bar, have the chocolate bar, but just don't beat yourself up afterwards. Just be like, okay, well, back on it now. I've had my chocolate bar. Let's take it out my weeklies or whatever, and let's go for it. I'm not going to dive into heaps of details about WW. You can Google that. I'll leave all the links down below for you guys if you want to go have a good read about everything. Just because I know I'm mentioning weeklies and whatnot. But yeah, I think those are the ways that I stay motivated. So currently, I'm not on plan, but I'm not beating myself up. I'm not super stressed about it. I'm kind of very aware that now I'm kind of reaching like, okay, 5 pounds, not too far away from half a stone. I don't want my dress to be compromised. Just had my fitting, so like I need to shift those 5 pounds because I wanted to be at that 2 stone loss. That was my own personal goal. So I will get back on plan, and me and Bubs are kind of in the same boat. When I'm not on plan, he's not really on plan. When he's not really on plan, I'm not really on plan. So we really do boost each other quite a lot. So yeah, that would definitely be that one. Do you think you miss anything doing it online compared to going to a group? So that is totally personal choice, I think. I personally would feel like right now I wouldn't get anything additional out of a group setting. That's because it's not for me right now. I've been to group and I've not been to group, and I would say if you are more someone who will do better being held accountable and going to a group on a weekly basis, then go to group basically. If you find the relationship building is something you enjoy and you enjoy the camaraderie of it being in the setting and going somewhere once a week, go to group. If you find that you will be good with an app and writing down all your foods and bits and bobs and chatting to people in an app setting as opposed to face, then you're not really missing out on anything, in my personal opinion. It's just more about knowing yourself well enough to decide what will work for you, I think is the best way I can answer that. Next one, do you track every day? No. I do try to track every day, especially when I'm on it. Like when I'm on plan, yes, I will track all day, every day. I'm not going to track every Tom, Dick and Harry though. Do you know what I mean? Like if I have a cup of tea and I chuck a sugar in there, I'll account for the sugar, I'll let the milk slide. So I'm not like a religious tracker where every little thing is going to matter, because I come from a background of struggling with eating issues, and where counting every single tiny calorie, even plums and grapes and the tiniest amount of things, was like my life. So I don't really want to get into those negative and very compulsive, unhealthy boundaries with tracking. I try not to be very strict, but I also make sure I hold myself accountable. So if there's a chocolate bar and I'm on plan, I log the chocolate bar, and if it comes out of whatever, it comes out of whatever. But at least I'm sort of, oh sorry, I dropped my phone. At least I'm sort of keeping an eye on things. The hair's falling. The hair is falling, what a mess. This is truly a very relaxed video. Look at me. Oh Lord. Glad we're all friends here. If there's anyone new, welcome to the friendship group. Okay, so next one. Do you feel like WW is inclusive towards plus size people who don't want to lose a ton of weight? Now, I personally, I would say yes, because they do have a lot of different plans, and also the whole reason that it's changed from Weight Watchers to WW is because they want to try take away the mindset of numbers and it's just weight and you must be thin, and that is the goal. They are trying to build more around the fact that you can be plus size and be in your happy place. And on there I regularly post about the fact that I am fat and happy, and that yes, I'm on a journey to make myself feel more comfortable in my skin, but that I started the journey happy. And that blows people's minds sometimes. I've had so many comments where they're just like, wow, I wish I could think like that. Or, do you know what? I'm gonna think like that today. That's really positive mindset to be in. So I do believe that, I would say yes, but I haven't looked into it enough to see if deep down in the dark depths of it, no. So from what I've experienced, I'm going to say yes, because I think although lots of people are on there with the mindset of Weight Watchers, there are people on there who just kind of maybe have smaller goals. Like myself, I don't have a goal of 8 stone. My initial goal was 2 stone, which I did 5 months ago, a couple of months ago, 5 weeks ago, or whatever it is now. And that was my pre-wedding goal. And should I want to carry on after the wedding? Hopefully. And I won't be going for an 8 stone goal. I will still be plus size, even if I reached a different goal. So yeah, I think it is, because it's totally about you. You can put goals, you can set what target you want to reach. They're not there pushing you and saying, like, I did so many things where it was like, put your weight and height, right, this is what you should be. You should be 8 stone, 2 pounds at 5'1". That's where you're gonna be. That is the goal we're setting you. I haven't had that by using the app. I don't know if it's different in the meetings. If it is, please do comment down below and let people know. Open up healthy discussions in the comments, but please keep it a positive and happy space. And be aware that people are coming from all types of mental backgrounds as well. You've got to be careful with these sorts of things, and that's why sometimes these videos are quite hard for me to make, because I'm in a good place now, but I know for people who are in a shoddy place, what I'm saying and how I'm thinking is going to be gibberish and going to just be like, what? Because if I'd listened to myself 10 years ago, I would have been like, well, you clearly can't be happy. You are fat. Like, come on. And that would be quite triggering for some people. And it's hard when you've grown up with a mentality of fat is bad. It is really, really difficult to get out of that. And you'll see that a lot in the app, and you'll see that a lot probably in group as well. But I hope it is different in the groups, and I hope it is more about reaching where you want to be personally. I might have to change my battery. Right, next one. I'll go as long as the battery lasts. Would love to know how much you have lost and your target loss. Not all about numbers, but it helps to set goals. And that's true. So look, being totally transparent with you guys, I have lost 1 stone 9 now. My first initial goal was 2 stone. I did hit that about 5 weeks ago, or roundabouts. It would have been in a vlog. And then I think I was saying to me and Bubs were talking about this, and I think next year I'd like to lose 3 more stone. I think that would be my comfy place. 5 stone. I'd be around about the 14 to 15 stone marker, so still fat by any means. I'm not going to sugarcoat that word, and I'm not going to dilly-daddle around it or walk on eggshells. I would still technically be fat. I'd probably still be technically obese by BMI standards, but I think I would be a lot more comfortable and be able to just feel a lot more confident. And I think that's kind of my goal for next year. The mentality behind that is also, sorry, I'm looking at the battery flashing. The mentality behind that also is the fact that I want to have kids, and it'll probably just be better overall for my body for me to shift some extra weight. And that's not to say that plus size women don't have healthy pregnancies, because millions of women do. But for me personally, I'd like to just ensure that I'm at the healthiest I could be. But I would like to just be healthier in myself. So the goal is more feeling good. If you want a physical goal, it will be 3 stone probably after the wedding. So 5 stone total if you want a physical number goal. But mentally, it's just to feel good. And if I feel good and I've lost 1 stone after the wedding, great. If I feel good and I've gained the 2 stone I've just lost, okay, that's just how it goes. So you can really see the change in how I truly think about it now. It's just so different. Right, last question. Do you find it hard to eke out the points during the day? So I'm guessing you mean like what points are in what foods. No, because the app tells you everything. You can literally scan a packet and it will tell you how many points. You can enter the details of food if you've got all the calories and blah 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 from a packet into the app, and it will calculate the points for you. And you can also just wing it a little bit, you know. Once you start to learn how many points are in different foods, honestly, so much simpler. Like when you know 200 ml of milk is going to be whatever 2-3 points or something, whatever, depending on the milk you have. Then if you have 3-4 cups of tea a day and you think you've used about roughly that, just chuck in a couple of points. My saving grace is I will always try leave 3 to 4 points at the end of the day to cover all the tea and coffee I drink. So that's kind of how I do it. But again, that's the difference. I really don't stress about it. I don't go deep into worrying about points and things like that, because at the end of the day, you're human. Some days you're gonna have dinner with friends, some days you're just gonna be feeling like crap and want to eat chocolate, and other days you're gonna smash it and maybe be under your points for a couple of days. It's really give and take, and however you're feeling in your body, whatever just makes you feel good. So yeah, right, I'm just gonna change my battery and I'll be right back. Right, are we in the same place? Yeah, pretty much. The only thing when you change it, then you're in different spots. Still got the fire going, still cozy. So right, so that was all the questions. Probably been filming for too long already and I'm gonna have to cut loads out, or I just won't, and I'll post it as is and hope that it has helped in some way. My biggest tip for anyone who's thinking to start WW, be in the right mindset. It is the biggest change for me has been my mindset about myself, the fact that I have accepted myself as I am. I love myself as I am in this plus size fat body. Oh, not right now, guys. In this plus body, and it's just made such a difference to me. And I know, guys, no, come on, calm down. And I know for some people that's not gonna work. They're not going to be in that place yet, and it's taken me 30 years to get to that place. So I'm not expecting any of you to be like I don't expect all of you to be able to be in that place or be able to understand where I'm coming from, because I wouldn't have been able to understand it myself if I had been like 10 years ago. But I will stress that there's always a light at the end of the tunnel. You're looking at somebody who has come out of some really deep, dark stuff, and I won't get into it, but I mean the eating disorders, the self-hate, the self-harm. I've been there. I could show you diaries that would traumatize you for the cruelty that I showed myself. Like, when I look at them now, I've never been able to get rid of them, because they are a reminder of how dark and cruel we can be to ourselves. If somebody had written that stuff about somebody else or to me, I would have been mortified. Gizmo's being a joy, and he's hitting the tripod. Making me lose my trail of thought. So sorry, I'm trying to have a really emotional moment and you're throwing your butt in the air. So yeah, I've come from a place of understanding if you are in an unhappy place in your life. I understand if you think fat is the worst thing you can be. I understand if you just hate the skin you're in, because everybody in the world feels like they're in a better skin, and everybody feels like they're telling you that what you are doing is wrong or how you look is wrong. Gosh, I can honestly just know I can relate, and know that diets and diet culture is very hard to talk about in the plus size community. So this video is either going to bring a lot of hate or a lot of love, I don't know, but body positivity does not mean that you cannot decide for yourself to start a journey, and does not mean that you can't do something that for you feels right. Some people may think that because I am doing WW, I cannot be body positive, or I can't possibly love myself. But it's the complete opposite. Because I love myself, because I listen to my body, and because I want to cherish and care for it, I decided to do something that works for me. And yes, WW worked for me. I could do something else and it might not work for me, But on this occasion, I've really loved it. I've really enjoyed it. I've enjoyed their message. I've enjoyed that they are working more on mentality than just weight. So for me, it's been a winner. It's not going to be for everyone. Some people might think diet culture is the absolute devil of the earth, and that's okay if you think that. I'm not gonna we are all here with different opinions and values and beliefs, and just keep it positive in the comments and keep it kind. If you've got nothing good to say, just maybe don't say it. Be respectful of other people's comments on this video, and please try to be respectful oh god, please try to be respectful of where I'm coming from and the fact that I'm just speaking from the heart. I'm sat here with a cup of tea just having a chat with you guys about how I feel about it, and I'm really nervous about this video because it is a tough one to talk about in a plus size community where I am promoting loving yourself just as you are and talking about WW. Some people may think that's complete oxymoron. Not too sure what the word should be, but some people will think that you can't have one in the same. You can't love yourself and be on a journey to better yourself. I will disagree with that. I love myself. I look in the mirror and I am never like, ugh. And I have wonky boobs and wobbly bits and you know, rolls of fat and cellulite, and I've got it all, but I look at it and I'm just like, by God's grace, I love this body and I will try to take care of it as best as I humanly can. Some people will judge that I'm not doing well enough because I am fat. Some people will say that you are doing just fine. It's okay, everybody's got their own opinion. But it's just a journey that I'm on, I've chosen to do. Burnham has really found it exactly the same as me. We're both sort of in the same mentality, although I think he could do with a little bit more self-belief and self-love in his body, but he's getting there. And we also need to respect that men go through what we thought is predominantly woman-based, so show some respect for the guys out there who also might be wanting to start a journey. Support them, love them through it, do it with them if you know you're not gonna mind, and just show support and love to anyone around you who might say they want to go on this journey or try WW. And if it's you yourself who watches this and you're like, I don't know, give it a go. What's the worst thing you can happen? What's the worst that can happen? You spend 13 quid, or if you sign up for 3 months like we did, you lose a couple of bucks. You've tried it, you didn't like it, move on. It's okay. Some things aren't going to work for some people. Some people want to do the Cambridge, some people want to do Swimming World. Just know that whatever works for you is perfectly okay, as long as it's a healthy way to do it. And I truly believe WW is one of the best things I have done, and it really got me to my comfy place. And for that I'm grateful. And it got me there by not degrading me, by not insulting me, by not throwing me in the dirt because I'm fat. It got me there through motivation, prompting, letting me have what I want when I want, but just saying, hey, if you have this, you could have a bit more. If you have this, well, you're done for the day. So what choice do you want to make? It just allows you to make smarter, healthier choices. I see nothing wrong with that. So yeah, okay, that's it. I've waffled on for a very, very long time. I hope you've enjoyed this video. If there's anything I didn't answer and you want to know, please leave it in the comments down below. And if you want to see more videos like this where I just sit down and chat, please let me know. If it's something you've enjoyed that you can just pop on in the background and listen to, then just let me know. I'm always up for yabbering on. You know me well enough. If you've been here a while, I find it hard to shut up. So yeah, I'm always, if there's something you guys want to chat about, I'm open to it. But please do be kind and respectful in the comments on this video. Please show yourself some love and respect as well. That's one thing I've noticed so much, is that women just don't respect or love themselves enough these days. Don't let societal norms rule how you feel about yourself. I did that for way too long, and as soon as I decided and realised that I'm pretty okay just as I am, and if I want to do something I'll do it, if I don't I don't, that's okay. And I just love myself for every inch of me, as many inches as they are. They're all right, they're pretty good inches, because the heart is a good one. So you know what I mean? Be a good person and the rest will follow. The smile is the most beautiful thing you could wear in this world, and confidence is the best thing you could wear in this world. And yeah, I just want you guys to remember to love yourselves and be kind to yourselves, and don't beat yourself up so much. It's so hard when you see the women on some of these, just on websites and whatnot. It's like the WW app, who are the before and after kind of critics, and it's like, you're beautiful before, you're beautiful now, you'll be beautiful after. Do what's right for you. In a culture where you're being told left, right and centre all sorts of different things, just do you. Just do what you want to do and feel good about yourself and make the best of this tiny little existence we are allowed. Because you don't get much of it, so just embrace it and enjoy it whilst you can. And that's it. Okay, waffled on again. I'm gonna go. Hope you've enjoyed the video. If you've got any questions, like I said, just leave them down in the comments down below. If you enjoyed this and you want to see more videos like this, please do subscribe. It will mean the world to me. It really, really would mean the world to me if you want to stick around. And give the video a thumbs up if you enjoyed it. It'll let me know, kind of give me a gauge of if it's something you want to see or not. And again, if you didn't agree with something, that's okay, but just be kind in your responses. So yeah. Have a great rest of your day, evening, whatever you guys are up to, whenever it is. And I will speak to you very, very soon. Have a great evening, guys. I'm off. Finish the tea. I've hardly drunk any. My goodness. This is like the coziest spot to film a video, by the way. Oh, just love it. Look at all the pumpkin happiness. Okay, Candy's leaving. I will see you guys real soon. Bye.